Hello, hello, and welcome to All Your Channel's weekly news update for the week of December 15th through 21st. I'm probably going to be a lot more fumbly in this one because I can't do as many takes because I have to get this uploaded within the hour. So, here's this week's calendar. You can already see quite the eventful occurrence happening in it, as we have beaten Halo Wars and called to vote on Later Alligator being the winner. And I'd like to quickly make a note. We've also, as of the time I'm recording this, already beaten Later Alligator as well. We actually beat it the first day we sat down with it. I sat there for like an 8 or 9 hour stream, a super long stream, and beat the whole game in a single setting, because it was absolutely delightful. And because of that, we've already picked the game that we're playing after that, which is going to be Prey, because that was the runner-up in the Kofi vote. And that leads us in the funny situation right now, where on the vote for Kofi supporters, the only thing being suggested is Mass Effect. So, unless somebody else suggests a game before the time it takes me to beat Prey, which will take some time, Mass Effect will just automatically win. So with that said, if you are one of my wonderful Kofi supporters, which I forgot to shout out at the start of this, but wait, oops, wrong thing, my wonderful Kofi supporters, Candlecore and Barbara Distratos, go tell me what game you want me to play. Give me a suggestion so that that game can appear on the vote. And even if you're the person who suggested Mass Effect, you are allowed to change what game you have suggested at any time you want. So tell me what the new game you want me to play is, and try and get it, and it will appear on the January vote. So please, go. Oops, clicking all the wrong buttons. Go and tell me what games you want me to play, and you know, there's always time for somebody new to become a supporter and give a new suggestion. So go ahead and follow that link down below to to Kofi.com/Ollyric, where you can support me directly and determine what games I play, because you know what? If nobody's over there determining it, it's just gonna be Mass Effect. You get other benefits from being there, such as detailed breakdowns of the aftermath of streams and how that will affect upcoming streams. The ability to partake in a number of other votes, such as what will I do once I am able to be a full-time YouTuber if that day ever comes, and what times I should stream. And detailed breakdowns of what's going on in the Discord votes, which also join the Discord down below, where every single game anybody has ever suggested I played is compiled down there, and you all can vote on it to vote for what I play. You know, so yeah, it's fun. There's even been a few new things added there. What were the new things I've added to it recently? One, I added a fuck ton of games because I've now added a bunch of PlayStation games, because I now have more ready access to my brother's PlayStation 4 because he got a PS5, so I basically have free reign to go and borrow that from him and all of the games on it whenever I want. I've also added the option to bring back Hero Infinite as a weekly series if people really want to see more Hero Infinite. That was a series from very early on in the channel that I wouldn't be opposed to bringing back. And there's also the option where you can vote for New Vegas in order to make New Vegas be played as a double feature, you know, 2 episodes of New Vegas, and you can also vote for Prey to become a double feature when it starts going live. So, you know, all sorts of fun things. But anyway, talking about all the Discord and Kofi stuff, let's actually talk about the videos going up. So, starting off Sunday, December 15th, we have, as always, videos are aimed to be between 20 to 30 minutes. If I don't say the time, assume it's in that length. If I say the time, well, it's because it's either longer or shorter, and I'll talk more about it. So, yeah, December 15th, first video we got is episode 19 of Halo Wars. We got this. Where, you know, we got this. We kick ass. We're badasses. Then Words. After that, we have an extra long episode of Death Stranding, episode 164, clocking in at 54 minutes, Mountain Not City, where we make a long hike up the hill. After that, we have an extra long episode of Tears of the Kingdom, episode 374, Sky Sphere, where we make the ultimate in aerial maneuvering technology. And then we have a 30-minute episode of Sunless Sea, episode 61, Finding a Lead, where we learn how to save our son. Moving on to Tuesday, December 16th, we have episode 20, episode 20 of Halo Wars, the 56-minute Finishing This Fight, which is the final episode of the main story, but we will have a bonus episode after that I'll talk about in a second, so, be sure to catch that. And man, I talk a lot about how I feel about the game in that video, but it is such a good game. Anyway, after that we have episode 82 of Fallout New Vegas, Scorpion Gulch, where we make the Scorpion Run. And then after that we have episode 375 of Tears of the Kingdom, Flying Skull, where we make a death ship. That episode clocks in at an extra long 35 minutes. Moving on to December 17th, we have bonus episode 1 of Halo Wars, I Am the Covenant, where we try out the skirmish mode and see what it's like to play as the Covenant. Now, the reason I call that B1, even though I don't have any bonus videos recorded, I know for a fact I have at least one friend who would like to play the multiplayer mode of this with me a little bit. So I would hope to one day record something with them. And also, remember, if you're a high enough tier in the Ko-fi, you can play games with me, and, I would not be opposed to doing a little Halo Wars tourney with some of my viewers. I think that would be a very, very fun process. But, after that, we have episode 165 of Death Stranding, Back Home, where we make our way back home. And then we have episode 376 of Tears of the Kingdom, the 33-minute final orb, where we achieve aerial perfection. Then moving on to Wednesday, December 18th, we have the start of Later Alligator, a delightful little game about anxiety and catastrophization, where we explore and meet the family and try to save Pat before the clock runs out in Alligator City. New York City, sorry. The game... So like I said, at this point I've already beaten the game. The game is so delightfully adorable that I was regularly, tearing up from the cuteness of this game. Later Alligator is absolutely fucking amazing. After that, we and the first episode is an extra long 42 minutes. After that, we have episode 83 of New Vegas, The Brotherhood of Steel, where we meet the Brotherhood of Steel. We then have episode 377 of Tears of the Kingdom, Let's Get Practical, where I, really consider the way I'm maneuvering through the underground and make some concessions. Moving on to Thursday, December 19th, we have episode 2 of Later Alligator, 91619. I refuse to elaborate on that title. We then have episode 166 of Death Stranding, clocking in at an extra long 34 minutes, with Making Deliveries Again, where we get back on track by being off track. We then have episode 378 of Tears of the Kingdom, Angie Boy, where I'm just in a particularly bad mood in that episode, and I'm going to apologize in advance. I was recording while I had a very bad cold and a migraine, and I was just in a grumpy mood with that recording session, and I sort of boiled over in that episode a little. And then after that, we have episode 12 of Borderlands with Doodlezar, Mo and Marley, where we take out some very not so good boys. Oh man, Borderlands. Borderlands slaps, and I'm loving playing it with Doodlezar. Moving on from there to Friday, December 20th, we have episode 3 of Later Alligator, I Am Good at Puzzles. That's the name of the episode, and it's a true fact, and you can't prove otherwise. After that, we have episode 84, Fallout New Vegas, clocking an extra long 34 minutes. We have Mutant Slayer, where we take out some abominations. We then have episode 379 of Tears of the Kingdom, Scouring the Underground, where we scour the underground. And then we cap off the week with Saturday, December 21st, starting off with episode 4 of Later Alligator, Zine, where we make a Zine. We then have episode, or is it Zine or Zine? I've always wondered how that's pronounced. After that, we have episode 85 of New Vegas, Helios 1, where we look at that lucky old sun. We then have episode 167 of Death Stranding, Pizza Time? Question mark? And we cap off the week with episode 380 of Tears of the Kingdom, You Learn Something New, where I learn something new. I've been loving just recording all this for you guys, and I'm starting to build up a backlog again, which is very good. And as soon as I'm done building that backlog and I have a little bit more breathing room, hopefully we can see the return of things like Gary's mod and definitely the game dev content. These are all things I want to try and get back to once I'm all caught up on everything else, you know? But I had to backpedal a little bit because I had a couple bad weeks which threw me really far behind, and I was like able to keep pace with recordings but not get the backlog built up. And not having the backlog, I need the backlog to be safe, so I've had to dial back the bonus content in order to give myself breathing room to rebuild my backlog. But you know, as of the time I'm recording this, we are very close to having a backlog built. Anyway, oh man, I'm loving this. I'd also want to say, I'm surprised how much longer Tears of the Kingdom is running, because, like, we are at the end game. I really could go and finish the game at any point and fight the final boss. But it's like, I'm not purposefully just delaying things to make the series longer. I'm doing things that I want to do in the game, because I basically know I'm never going to play this game again once I stop streaming it. Because that's sort of what's begun to happen, is I only play games when I stream, and so if I'm not streaming a game, I'm not playing it. And I don't think I'm gonna ever end up replaying, or ever end up streaming Tears of the Kingdom again, unless somebody suggests a really fun challenge run for me to do. Then I might. But, so I'm just trying to go and get all the really cool collectibles and side missions done that I care about. But, be assured that once Tears of the Kingdom is done, both Death Stranding and New Vegas are gonna get upgraded to have more frequent uploads, as Death Stranding slides into the Discord slot. Which, yes, Death Stranding is going to slide into the Discord slot because it was there previously and I slid it out of the Discord slot in order to play more of a game that you all wanted to see me play more of. But yeah. Wow, this weekly news update was much faster than all of the others. So, you know, maybe I might ramble a little longer just to extend... No, I'm kidding. I mean... I'm probably gonna ramble a little longer, but it's just because I talk too much, that's why. I've been loving doing this stuff. I've been having a very stressful time lately. There's been a lot of just negative thing after negative thing after negative thing hitting my life lately. It's, I'm not looking for fucking sympathy points. I'm just like, things have been rough, and if I've been missing streams and stuff, it's because there's been a lot I'm dealing with. But I do genuinely like trying to get into the streams because it's therapeutic, and it really, really helps me to feel better, you know? And the fact that my content can help bring a little bit of joy to somebody's day means a lot to me. Like, I was fucking blown away the other day when over in the Discord, Saddlebag, one of my regular viewers, posted their Twitch wrap-up, and I was their most viewed Twitch streamer, and I'm just like, huh? What? I'm somebody's most viewed Twitch streamer? What? And like, I'm genuinely grateful that, like, there are those of you out there who enjoy my inane ramblings and my goofy, stupid shit. You know? Because, like, when you're autistic, you say stupid shit a lot. And when you say stupid shit a lot, it makes a lot of people not like you. And, you know, it's just not a great time overall. But, I don't know. The fact that there's people who can watch my content and enjoy it means a lot to me. Because it makes me feel less like I don't belong, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's enough rambling. If you enjoy my content, hit that subscribe and that like, watch more stuff. If you really, really like my content and have the spare cash, maybe throw a couple bucks at me over on Ko-fi. Even just $1 is enough to get you access to pretty much everything over there. Love all you very, very much, and ta-ta for now.